Hi, Assalamualaikum to madam. Okay. For today, we will present about the industrial relation issue at the Construction Labour Exchange Center. Okay, first of all, my name is Muhammad Taufiq bin Zafairi and my metric number is 295631. Okay, before I start, okay, let me give a brief explanation about this case. Okay, this case revolves around the Construction Labour Exchange Center, a government-linked company wholly owned by the Construction Industry Development Board. The company faced a constructive dismissal claim by its secretary, who served as a personal assistant to the CEO at the Kedah office. The industrial court ruled in favor of the claimant, highlighting CLAB shortcomings in addressing sexual harassment complaints and ensuring a fair workplace practice. Okay, for the next one is issue faced by the Construction Labour Exchange Center or CLAB. First is the sexual harassment allegation against the employer. So is first we have an inappropriate request. Like the CEO requests the secretary to message him, which was deemed sexual harassment based on the company handbook. Next one is the unprofessional remarks. Remarks include the suggestion during lunch about the improving her position by doing a certain things. Next is the personal message. The secretary aligned she received a love song and suggestive WhatsApp image. So the origin of the message could not be definitely proven. Okay, for the next point is constructive dismissal. Okay, first is hostile work condition. The combination of the CEO action create a hostile environment for the secretary, undermining her ability to work comfortably. Okay. Next one is the retaliator transfer. After the in-house committee dismissed her claims, the secretary was transferred from Kedah to Johor instead of a closer branch in Penang, further exacerbating her grievance. And for the third one is the procedural and ethical failures. Failure to enforce organization policy despite the handbooks clearly defining sexual harassment. The CEO action were not addressed effectively, leading to a systematic lapse. And next one is the lack of employee protection. The transfer and dismissal of her complaints demonstrate inadequate measure to protect employee from harassment or retaliation. And for the last one is the lack of independence of the investigation process. Conflict of the interest. The investigation committee comprised officers who report directly to the CEO, raising concern about bias. Failure to include the complaint. The secretary herself was not interviewed during the investigation, rendering the findings incomplete and one-sided. And the last one is the absence of the external oversight. The industrial court noted the lack of impartiality due to the absence of the representative from CIDB, which could have ensured transparency. Okay, that's all from me. I will pass to the next presenter.
So now let's discuss the important event that took place in Malaysia in July 2024. The industrial court ruled that the CEO's massage me joke was considered sexual harassment. This case has significant implications for our country. So first of all, impact on legal framework. This case highlights the necessity for robust law to protect individuals in the workplace. Malaysia has implemented the Anti-Sexual Harassment Act 2022, which provides a mechanism for individuals who have been sexualized, harassed to seek redress. So, secondly, impact on government spending. Addressing workplace harassment may require the government to allocate additional funds toward enforcement, public awareness campaign, and supportive service for victims. While this entails immediate costs, such investment can lead to a more productive workforce over time. So lastly, impact on foreign direct investment. which is FDI. A country's commitment to ensuring fair and safe workplace can make it more attractive to foreign investors. By taking a firm stand against harassment, Malaysia can enhance its appeal as a destination for business investment.
So next is impact to economy. Workplace harassment can lead to decreased employee morale and productivity. When employees feel unsafe, their engagement and efficiency will diminish, adversely affecting the company's performance. In government-linked companies, which is GLCs, such issues can have broader economic repercussions given their substantial role in Malaysia's economy. The GLC's transformation program emphasizes the importance of employee well-being, including the implementing of sexual harassment policies to protect employees. So let's move on to the next, which is impact on GDP. A decline in productivity within key industry can impede economic growth, potentially leading to a reduction in GDP. Moreover, if workplace harassment issues become widespread, they can deter foreign investment, further affecting economic performance. So, ensuring a safe and respectful work environment is crucial for maintaining investor confidence and fostering economic growth. And lastly, impact on national income. Reduced productivity and potential legal costs associated with workplace harassment can decrease a company's profitability, leading to a lower tax contribution to the national treasury. This reduction in revenue can impact public service and infrastructure development, ultimately affecting the nation's overall income.
The first implication is erosion of trust in leadership. When a CEO who is expected to exemplify professionalism and uphold the highest ethical standards engage in inappropriate behavior, it can severely erode trust in leadership. The perception of leadership as untrustworthy can lead to disengagement, reduced morale, and a lack of confidence in the organization's ability to uphold its values. The second one is impact on brand loyalty. Misconduct by senior leaders can erode brand loyalty as customers, partners, and stakeholders lose trust and seek to avoid reputational risks. Without a transparent response, stakeholders may distance themselves, weakening the company's market position and long-term credibility. Lastly, reduction of industrial harmony. Employees who feel unsafe, undervalued, or disrespected may lose trust in the organization's ability to provide a fair and secure work environment. This can lead to decreased job satisfaction and reduced productivity as employees become disengaged or anxious. Not only strain employee-employee relationship but also impact the organization's overall operational efficiency and reputation, making it essential to address this issue promptly and effectively to restore harmony.
One is high employee turnover. High employee turnover due to sexual harassment issues can significantly disrupt a company's operation and finance, and those who feel unsafe or supported are likely to leave in search for a better opportunities, leading to the loss of institutional knowledge and expertise. Replacing these employees requires more investment in recruitment, onboarding, and training, which can strain financial resources. Additionally, high turnover rates can harm team cohesion and morale, making it harder to maintain productivity and meet organizational goals. Next is risk of boycotts. Industries with recurring sexual harassment issues are at risk of facing organized boycotts and negative advocacy campaigns from civil society, consumer groups, and activist organizations. Such action often arise when companies or industries are perceived as neglecting employee welfare or failing to address systemic misconduct. These boycotts can lead to a decline in consumer trust and loyalty, particularly among socially conscious buyers who prioritize ethical practice. Moreover, the industry may be compelled to invest in costly public relation efforts and reforms to rebuild its image and regain consumer confidence. The last one is increasing company operational costs. When sexual harassment issues arise within an industry, employees are likely to demand more robust protection and benefits to ensure a safer and more equitable workplace. These demands may include comprehensive anti-harassment policies, confidential reporting mechanism, regular training program, and mental health support. Meeting this expectation often requires significant investment in human resource, legal compliance, and workplace infrastructure, leading to increased operational costs for companies. Failure to address these demands can result in decreased morale, high turnover rates, and difficulty attracting top talent, further impacting productivity and profitability.
Okay, so now we look at the implication to Malaysian industrial relation at the organization level. So there are 6 points of it. The first one is a focus on the workplace conduct policies. So this case emphasizes the importance of having clear, comprehensive workplace conduct policies that explicitly outline with unacceptable behavior such as sexual harassment. This policy serve as a formal commitment by the organization to uphold a respectful workplace. The companies will probably stress how important it is to have strong anti-harassment and workplace conduct standards. This comprises precise guidelines for appropriate conduct as well as a session for misbehavior, including example of misconduct is like inappropriate jokes or any comment in the policy to clarify boundaries. So the second is enhance awareness. So it highlights how power dynamics, particularly in hierarchical settings, which can lead to misuse of authority. Leaders of those in influential roles might feel emboldened to act inappropriately with fearing accountability. It remind of the possibility of power abuse by those in position of leadership. It could be necessary for organization to provide leadership training on moral behavior and the appropriate use of authority. It will ensure leaders understand that inappropriate behavior will result in the consequences regardless of their position and encourage open dialogue about power dynamic and fostering an inclusive culture where all employees feel safe to speak up. Okay, the third one is strengthen mechanism. Okay, employers need a safe and accessible way to report incident or harassment or misconduct without fearing retaliation. The case illustrates the consequences of inadequate reporting and response systems. The decision underscore the importance of having transparent and easily available grievance procedures so that workers may report harassment or wrongdoing without worrying about facing reprisals. So, we've established confidential reporting channels such as hotlines or third-party platform. It will encourage employees to report incident without any fear. Okay, for improved training. Okay, so many workplace issue arise due to lack of understanding about what constitutes harassment, appreciate workplace behavior and employees' right. This case underscore the need of proactive education to prevent any misconduct. So employers may expand their training initiative to teach staff members about workplace rights, sexual harassment, and how to voice concerns. Conducting mandatory training sessions for all employees are recognizing, preventing, and addressing sexual harassment and any form of misconduct. Okay, so for the legal risk, okay, the case highlights the negative effect of ignoring workplace harassment on an organization's reputation and force them to take proactive steps to reduce this risk by adhering to labor regulations. By promoting the organization's effort, it will create a respectful workplace to rebuild or maintain trust with employees, stakeholders, and the public. And then the last one is a setting workplace culture. The ruling underscores that leadership behavior significantly impacts workplace culture. Leaders who model ethical conduct set the tone for the rest of the organization. Conversely, an appreciate behavior from leaders can normalize misconduct among employees. The decision emphasizes how important leaders are in determining company culture. Organization may give leadership responsibility and ethical behavior modeling more.
My name is Nur Eliza binti Othman. My number matric is 295534. We continue with the conclusion part. As a conclusion, we have identified there were two main things that have been issues by the claimant in this case. Firstly, is about the sexual harassment. Second is about constructive dismissals that have been happened after the company mishandling the investigation process. In this case, we have identified four issues. Firstly is about the allegations of sexual harassment against the employer. Second, the constructive dismissals of the claimant. Third is the failures in company procedures and ethics. And lastly is about a lack of freedom in the investigation process conducted by the company. We also have identified various of negative impact that have been affect the company after this case has been claimed, especially in the national level, industry level, and also organizational level, which this level play the main role for the company image. As the CLAB is a well-known GLC company, this case can bring bad reputations for the company. It also can change people impression and foreign investor views about this company to the bad things. To prevent these incidents to be happen again, CLAB should ensure that the process are being followed so that it can maintain and safeguard the integrity and fairness in the company in future. That's all from me. Thank you.